What is going on, everybody? It is Bush Fishing. We're finally back. You guys have not seen me in a while. Not any fishing lately. I have been going out. It sucked. I want to get this intro done with quick because it's extremely hot and I'm in a long sleeve shirt. And you'll see the reason for that in a second. We have a huge project on our hands. But if you guys are new here, I'm Bush Fishing. I make lots of fishing videos and outboard repair videos. And occasionally we do what we're going to do today. So this is going to be a series that's starting. I'll show you and tell you all about it once I get out there. So the fishing has been absolute butt cheeks lately, and I've been going out trying to film and working and all that stuff. Haven't really had the time. But something that did happen is I picked up a brand new rig. This is a Lakeland 1790 Pro. I picked this boat up for $150, and from the outside it looks like a pretty good deal. Trailer's in great shape, tires are good, the boat on the outside's in perfect condition, just needs a little buff. But once you get to the inside, I have this baby pretty torn up. And I'm going to explain some of that, but for now, I'm just going to get straight to working. I've worked on this a little bit over the past few days after work and stuff, but I'm finally getting some time to do it now. My goals for today, you'll see in a second the problems with it. One thing is the transom's rotted out, that's going to get replaced by me. The floor has been cut out. It's not really that rotted, but it is going to get replaced, and the front deck's going to get replaced. But we're not just restoring this to the factory how it came out. We're going to be building a lot more on this, and this is hopefully going to be my new rig, because you guys might be able to see back there is my old rig. That boat's a beautiful boat. I built the whole thing from scratch. You can see the series on my channel. I'll put a card up. But yeah, that boat's been great, but it's not really that great for huge waters, and I've been fishing a lot of big lakes, and this boat's going to be for that with a huge motor so I can scoot across it. We'll get more into that later, but for now, I'm going to get you guys on the time lapse. I'm going to hop up in it. Here's a sneak peek of what we got going on. There's a bit of rot down here. Floor is completely gone, and there's a lot of stuff that we're going to do to it. We got some thunder, so I actually cleared out this shop so we can work on it in here if it does start to rain, but hopefully it doesn't. So I'm gonna get you guys on the time lapse. There's a lot of screws and stuff. I've already done some work to this. I've pretty much gotten everything off of it. There was a little bit of carpet on it when I bought it, so I got most everything off of it. There's a little carpet left, but there's a lot of these like screws down here that are sticking out, and I actually almost pierced my foot on one already because I'm in sandals. But the reason I'm in a long sleeve, this is all fiberglass, and I'm going to be doing a lot of fiberglass to this boat, so we'll get into that later. But for now, I'm going to hop on the time lapse, start cleaning everything up and getting ready to cut. Okay, hopefully you guys are going to be able to see this and me. This front deck back here is okay, that's all solid, but up here, it's all rotted out. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to cut from this corner straight down to about here, all the way across and up to that corner, making a nice even square. And after that, I'm going to replace a new piece of wood in here and then re-fiberglass that all together, just so I don't have to mess with getting these angles and stuff right, because the rest of it's all super good, super solid. So I'm going to grab my square and I'm going to start marking some lines so I know where to cut, and then we're going to get to cutting out. Alright everybody, so Sorry about the poor quality in the beginning of the video. I had to use my old GoPro because my new one actually died. I don't like to charge batteries. But basically, what you guys missed actually is I wasn't recording when I actually cut the front deck out, and we cut the entire bottom deck out. So it's super dirty right now. I've hated being in this boat since I got it just because of how dirty it is. So right now, while it's raining and everything, and it actually kind of cooled off, I'm going to get the fan blowing and I'm going to try and clean up all the crap out of here. There's a lot of dust and stuff I want to get out, especially if I'm going to be working in here. But I'm going to get all my tools kind of organized and clean up this entire thing so I can actually walk around it and see what happened. I did make a boo-boo. I'm going to have to fiberglass through the hole right there. Blade was a little deep. That's my fault, but I might actually try and take out this console too and get all of the wires out of here, just so I have the space to work. But what I did was I cut out the chunk of the rotten stuff, and it actually worked out pretty well, and it's going to be kind of easy for me to fix that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put supports under it, new piece of wood, and fiberglass the whole thing, and once the carpet's on, you'll never see it. And I'm going to make the new compartment down here, so that should be good, and the main deck should be good. One of my goals for today was to have the entire deck ripped out and have the transom exposed, so I'm going to try and do that at some point today. Hopefully the rain will stop and I'll be able to pull the boat out a little bit so I can get working back there. And I really want to know how badly it's not corroded, what's the word I'm looking for? Rotted. So I'm going to cut that out, and hopefully if I cut out a big enough chunk I won't have to fiberglass into the corners, so that would make it easier, but we'll only know once I cut it out. So for now I'm going to get you guys on the time lapse, and I'm going to get this entire boat cleaned and probably rip out some more carpet and hopefully this console. Alright everybody, so I just cleaned out this entire boat, sucked it all dry, and I'm going to take a little break now because it's still raining, and all I really have left to do is cut out the transom, and I need to pull the boat outwards for that. And I really don't want to get this wet boat. Now that it's clean, you can really see a lot of this boat's in good condition, so it is going to be easy for me to fix. There are some spots I still need to clean, but I'll give you an idea of what I'm going to end up doing. I'm standing way up in the front right now. Okay, so I'm standing right on the front where the trolling motor mounts. This was all rotted wood, so that all got cut out. The bottom layer was still good, so what I'm going to do is screw that up, put in a new sheet, fiberglass, all of that. That live well I thought was in good condition. It's got all the plumbing and everything with it, but there is a crack in the bottom of it, so that's going to get repaired. Now going back, later on I am going to take that console out, and I'm going to rip out all the carpet down there just so I have access to it. And I'll probably end up taking all the wires out of it. Okay, now that I moved down, you can see where I cut. Basically what I did was I made this into straight cuts before they were all rounded. And around the outside it's still good wood. So now that they're all straight cuts, I'm going to be able to put new wood in and have perfect measurements on it so it all fits right and I don't have to do anything weird. Down the center of it, I wasn't going to take that carpet out, but I ended up doing it anyway because it was just sitting there. And I ended up cleaning down below it, and that's all good wood. The sides are getting a little iffy, so I am going to put reinforcement in there. And the new wood is going to have supports all around the outside of it and that middle stuff, so it's going to be a super strong floor, and it's going to get fiberglassed. Nothing really special in the whole back section other than I just cleaned it up. What I'm going to end up doing with this boat is, those two were live wells before. Now they're going to be storage in the middles where the gas tank and the batteries are going to go. And down here, all new floor, I'm going to extend the deck forward in the back so I can have more storage down the middle. And up here, that is going to get moved to right there. So I have room for my foot pedal up front, and then the trolling motor is going to be up there. That's going to be storage. And this front deck is going to get extended to even with the console, so I can have more storage there. 2 seats, and it's going to be empty there, so the passenger can put their feet under or over, and I can be driving right here. Okay, so for now, I'm going to take a little break, let the rain come. It should dry up a little bit later. Sorry, the first video is always kind of weird because I don't know what I'm doing, and I haven't recorded in a while. But when I come back, we're going to get that transom cut out, see how bad that is, and then tomorrow I should be able to start cutting wood and getting it all set in and ready for fiberglass. And once I have all the wood and everything, that's when I get to start the fun stuff, which is building. The first couple days that I had this boat, it kind of sucked. It's so hot right now. And I was just tearing stuff apart, which is my least favorite part. But now I finally get to start building in it. And once this boat's done, it is going to be a sweet rig. You guys are going to see me catch a lot of fish out of this. Pretty soon we're going to be working on the motor for it. I am going to end up buying one of... I'm hoping for 90 horse. That's what this boat's rated for. But I've been talking to a guy who's got a 75 horse Johnson Stinger for it. Trim, tilt, everything that you could dream of. So hopefully that's enough to power this big rig. But I'm really looking for the 90, which we'll get to that later. The transom isn't even ready to have motor on it. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later when I come back out here. Hopefully I'll be on the ATV pulling this baby out and starting to sweat my balls off again, wearing the pants and long sleeves so I can cut the fiberglass in the back. So I will see you guys later. Alright everybody, it is that time. So basically, I've been inside for a while sitting in the AC, cooling off. It is ungodly hot. Still raining a little bit, so I can't get this boat out in the open where I want to do this, but it's time for me to cut out the transom of this boat and see how bad it really is. I just took out the fill for the live well, and a bunch of water came out. So, I'm going to assume it's pretty bad. I just don't really know how bad or if I'm going to have to do wood all the way across. But we're going to find out in a second. So basically, all I really got to do is mark out where I'm going to cut, which I think I'm going to do basically 2 to 3 inches from each end. Take this entire back plate off, and I'm going to have to take out these two, whatever you want to call them, U-bolts for hooking up to the trailer. So I'm going to start with that, get everything marked out. I'll get you guys on the time lapse over here, and we're going to do the part that I've been worried about. But we'll see how it goes, so I will see you guys on the time lapse. Alright everybody, so you saw me struggling with that last piece. It's finally out. I will show you guys that in a second. The boat's going to be staying in here for now. My old boat's out there just to make sure she stays dry. Let's go to the back and show you guys the real damage. It's kind of what I expected, even though I didn't really want to see this, but yeah, she's all rotted. The only good parts are pretty much up here. So those I might actually stay, so I don't have to do cuts all the way up to there, but yeah, all of this is super soft, all rotted wood. So that's going to be all replaced, but the good news is I've got plywood, so I can start working on the floor. Basically, my plan is I'm going to get this ripped out, the back transom, and I'm going to start doing everything like that. getting it fiberglassed, and while I wait for the fiberglass, that's when I'm going to be working on the inside. Doing the floor, honestly, I can do it in a day, so that's going to go super quick, and then it's basically, I think what I am going to do is build a new console. You guys actually didn't see that, but I removed the old console, so I think that I'm actually just going to end up building a new one, putting that cap on, the Lakeland cap, and hopefully I can find a windshield for it. But while I wait for the fiberglass to finish, I'll work on the floors, I'll work on building the new deck and stuff like that. But that's all going to be in the next video. I apologize, this one was kind of all over the place. But that's just how it is. It is extremely hot and hard to work consistently right now, even though I just did a roof in the heat like this. But yeah, it's real hot in here. I'm already starting to sweat. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you want to see more of this build and what this boat turns out at, make sure to subscribe. I've got a bunch more coming. We're going to have the whole series on this from where it is right now to the finished beautiful boat. It's probably going to be some videos on getting the motor for it and getting it running, because I'm assuming I'm going to buy one that isn't running or doesn't run good or something like that. I am looking for a 90 horse with trim tilt controls, and I'm going to have to find some steering, because when I went through it I found the old steering cables were just cut, which kind of sucks. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And if you want some bush fishing merch, first link in the description. We do have some new stuff, some bush fishing outboard repair stuff, so make sure to check that out, and I will see you guys in the next one.